I'm now joined by Peter Beattie, the Trade and Investment Commissioner for the Americas. Welcome, Peter.
Thank you for having me.
And I must add that you were the Premier of Queensland for 10 years.
Yes, almost 10 years.
All right, very good.
Until I got sick of politics and handed over to my deputy, who's now enjoying the job, or at least I hope so.
Very good. So how does your new role, how are you able to affect combat climate change?
Well, obviously climate change is affecting the world, and we're now seeing the results of that in some of the technologies that are being developed in Australia, particularly Queensland is at the forefront of that. As you know, Queensland is the biggest exporter of seaborne coal in the world. So we have an obligation to develop clean coal technologies, to look at some of the new technologies in geothermal, solar, which is what we're doing. We're doing a lot of work in partnership in algae. We're looking at sugar as a source, not just for ethanol, but as a source for developing biomasses, which is producing biofuels. And indeed, we are working with companies like Amyris out of San Francisco, who are at this conference, and they've got a pilot plant in Brazil, which is using a technology with sugar to produce aircraft fuel and also biodiesel. They're the sort of things that we're interested in. We're partnering with British Columbia, Hawaii, San Francisco, San Diego, Los Angeles.
Wonderful. Now, obviously, we need to be on a path to embrace renewable energies. What will it take to make those go mainstream?
Basically, cost. Now, I saw when we measured the cost of electricity, for example, the public support for that is driven not just by concern of the environment, but cost. Basically, the way we looked at it is nuclear is here in terms of cost. Clean coal technology is in the middle. Coal is down here. It's cheap.
Yes.
It's one of the reasons why it's hard for solar, geothermal to compete. Now, with the huge investments that are now taking place in alternative energies, hopefully that can make them more price competitive. To make it mainstream, it'll be driven by price and it'll be driven by the development of new technologies.
Is it up to governments also to help these industries by subsidising?
Absolutely, and in fact the package put forward by the Obama administration, the rescue package, call it whatever terms you want, that's investing a lot of money in alternative energies. But also so is the private sector. Google, for example, are investing in eSolar, the company I just mentioned, and they're taking a tack other than coal. One of the founders of Microsystems in Northern California, he's just invested $1.3 billion again in renewable energy. So the whole alternative energy equation is changing dramatically. But conferences like this are fundamentally important for bringing people together, because then people can exchange ideas. But government's investment is important, and partnerships are important, and that's why Queensland and Australia are seeking to partner not just with Hawaii, but some of the companies I mentioned before. Boeing have the regional headquarters in Brisbane, and we see Queensland as an opportunity for US companies, Canadian companies, to partner and then to use that energy source into China and into India. And that's what we offer to North America.
Thank you so much for your time.
That's a pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Thanks.